So you, when was your first real combat mission? Was that when Nate passed away, or was that?
It was actually the night before.
Okay.
So um, we had finally gotten a guy that would bring us down there,
Yeah.
and of course he's rivals with probably two or three other uh, warlords in the area. So we tried to get as much stuff done in the first day that we were on the ground that we could. So we
Yeah.
had done I had come off of we were basically doing a survey of the airfield just to see what it could land, how hard the surface was, measure off the four corners,
Yeah.
and at least get it set up as a drop zone initially, right? Because we knew we were going to bring in supplies and try to land it,
Yeah.
because it's easier, better, and you don't lose cargo. Because I think at the time we were probably 1 in 10 parachutes were failing on
Wow.
those on the bundle drops. Yeah, so you'd end up having to, you know,
So you'd have like a little rock falling from the sky once in a while.
yeah, yeah, something that weighs like 4,000 pounds hits the
Wow.
ground. It's, and then it's full of water too, so it's just it turns into this giant water balloon. Pow, right?
Wow.
So,
That must have been
anyway,
interesting.
but yeah, so we'd gotten that sorted out, and then we had gone out to check out a possible AQ safe house. There's a whole bunch of SIGINT coming out of this one area.
So how did you connect?
They want us to just go
I
check
missed
out
how you
this
got
house. And
connected
it
to the
turned out to
warlord.
be this is our first. This is when Nate got killed,
Okay.
and so we checked it out, and it turned out to be a rival warlord's, like their house. So at that point, trying to kind of defuse the situation and back out, we just kind of climbed in the vehicles and took off. But they were pretty smart about it. We'd basically gotten all the way back, and it wasn't too far from the compound we were staying at, but there's this one spot that went down into a ditch and came back up out. So there's this automatic spacing between vehicles created by this obstacle, and they shot Nate's car up right in that obstacle. So basically everybody in that vehicle except for one got hit. Nate was hit the worst, but the Afghani driver was hit. Brad, one of the guys we were working with, got hit. Nate, obviously, and then another guy, I don't know his true name, got hit, or didn't get hit actually.
So I'm trying to find the timeline here. So you get connected with the warlord, you go over there, and then you want to get connected with another warlord, and that's where things went south, or how?
Yeah, the two warlords were rivals. So,
Okay.
um,
So
and
why would you go
honestly,
see the other one?
My take on it, and after spending 6 more months there talking to guys that are Afghanis,
Yeah.
my take on it is that the rival warlord, not the one we were with. So we were with Zakim Khan at first,
Okay.
and then Pachakan was one of the rival warlords there, Pachakan Zadran, and we had been talking to him in Kabul a few days prior, but he was just like prickly, super hard to work with. God, he was just bombastic. I mean, he's just like nobody really wanted to work with this guy. We kind of knew we were going to have to.
How did you communicate with him? He knew English, or you guys were?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Both those guys spoke English very well. And they were probably Pakistani ISI. One of them, I think one of them was not obviously, but he was on payroll with Pakistan for sure. So anyway, I looked at it. It wasn't the Haqqani network shooting at us. They don't do anything that fast. We've been on the ground for like 48 hours. The Afghanis would drink tea for 48 hours before they even talked about planning a combat mission against us. So I mean, the chances of it being the Haqqani network shooting at us is like zero.
Yeah.
So what that means to me is that it was It was Pachakan's dudes shooting at us in order to leverage our safety for money.
Okay.
That's the bottom line. We were getting extorted, which is fine. I mean, that's why we brought a whole bunch of money anyway. And, there's, they always talk about, you want to follow white collar crime, follow the money. If you want to find a terrorist, find the money, follow the money. Just
same thing.
Just hand it out to them, give it to them, and see where it ends up.
Yeah. So you leave this second guy's house. You drive back. You get stuck in the obstacle. You guys Nate's truck gets shot up there, and so you're right behind him.
No, I'm way out in front of him.
Oh, okay.
I'm already at basically it's like we heard from the radio that Nate's vehicle got hit. So now we're kind of waiting for his vehicle to get in there. And we're basically getting ready to load up in case it didn't make it.
Okay.
We're gonna go grab him.
Yeah.
But within about 45 seconds to a minute, his vehicle had come through the gate.
Okay.
And then we were able to start working on everybody.
Yeah. So you're the medic, so you're in there right away.
Yeah. Actually, there's two of us. There was Nate Duke, Ed Duke, and myself. But it took. I mean, so Brad was shot through the chest. We were able to stabilize him. The Afghani, we were able to stabilize him. I got to him the following day to kind of clean him up and evaluate. But we could tell right away Nate was in bad shape.
Yeah. Where was Nate hit?
He was hit. He was shot through the pelvis.
Okay.
So, and when we were trying to pull him out of the vehicle, I could tell that his pelvic girdle was compromised. Okay. So the bullet had busted bones and stuff in there. So
So you guys start working on him, but pretty soon you realize that they got him.
Yeah, we had about 50-minute time between when we activated the helicopter from Kabul. Is a 50-minute flight. Okay. So we were able to keep him around just until before the helicopter got there. We got the bleeding stopped. Yeah. But you can't lose that much blood and survive for more than about an hour.
Fair enough.
And,
so this was the first friend you lost, right?
Yep.
So and how do you process this? Like he gets picked up, he gets taken away in the helicopter. How do you go forward? Were you on the next combat mission right away? Your mind's.
I just stayed awake for like 3 or 4 days. I don't know if there's a way to. I don't think there's a way to process it. I think part of, I think writing that book was part of the process.
Yeah.